Good morning or afternoon, depending on what part of the country you are in. Today is November 19th, 2015, and this is our 52nd Mastermind call. I was asking my partners what they got me for our anniversary because we've been doing this for exactly a year now. So thank you all for showing up and for being on time. You probably heard if you called in early, this is an open forum. We very much invite questions, comments, any concerns that you have, any places that you're getting stuck, anything you need help with. We have everyone muted out. Anytime during the call, if you want to make a comment or ask a question, hit *6 and then hit 1. But what we've discovered is people have been getting locked out. You have to hit *6 and then wait. Tim, what do you hesitate for a second or so, and the prompt will tell you to hit 1? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit *6 and then wait a second or two, and you'll be prompted to hit 1. And then when you hit 1, you'll get into the queue for questions and answers.
Right. As soon as you hit *6, the operator says, if you'd like to ask a question, hit 1.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's get started. My partners, Tim, what news do you have that you would like to share today?
I'm just going to say that the thing that we decided to get you for your anniversary of 1 year was we decided to get you all these wonderful people who are on this call and all the people who've joined us in the last year. And we're happy about that. And I'll tell you what, that's the main thing I'm super thankful for this Thanksgiving, other than my family and the people I love, is all of this, and heck, I even love you, so let's keep rocking.
That's great. Yeah, it is. Likewise, back at you. It's very gratifying to see the testimonials, the comments, the success stories that so many of you are having. If anyone is on the call, again, that's had a success story or anything they want to share with the group, hit *6 and then hit 1. Tim, do you want to give just a brief coming attractions as far as divorce and email? We've been talking about it for a while, but we are hopefully getting closer to making that a reality?
Well, we got the first set of data in a couple of weeks ago, and quite honestly, I wasn't happy with what we got, and I wasn't happy with the way it was formatted, and didn't think it was quite what we needed to put out. So we kind of went back to the drawing board with our researchers and said, look, let's go do these things. So what they've come back with is a couple of things. One of them is that we're trying to decide whether or not what ends up happening on divorce is that there's no way to tell at all in a divorce record whether there's any property involved, who owns it or whatever. And our view of that is that there may be a high level of value to having our researchers go and take the next step, which is to take each of the parties to the divorce and dig in a bit further and go to the county property records and see if either of those parties has real estate that shows up as owned in their name. In other words, pre-screen them. Now, the challenge with that is that is adding significant time, money, and value to the process, and the leads are going to cost more if we end up doing that because they're going to cost us more to get them, but we're short-circuiting the process. So we're making some decisions and doing a little testing about whether or not we get better value out of doing that. That way, you're literally shooting in a barrel that does have targeted fish in them, or we stay with the same kind of approach, which is you do a generalized mailing to all of them and see what comes up. So that's kind of where we're at. And after Thanksgiving, we expect to have a better answer to that, so that in December we'll be doing live testing on divorce and see where we are, so that January 1 we'll be rolling out a cool product.
Excellent. And update on emails, anything new there?
Now, we're focusing on divorce right now.
Okay. I know that is a coming attraction. So we have more things coming for you guys. All right. Thank you, Tim. Chad, anything you want to share with the group?
Yeah, I spent some time last night. So we have moved all of the recordings of these calls and the role plays into audio players on our website. And we've struggled to find the right piece of technology for that. So I took the time last night to go back into the last 10 episodes of these calls. So if you guys go into the Facebook Mastermind group, if you're not part of that, you can find it from the subscriber resources page, or you can simply type in All the Leads Mastermind into the Facebook search bar and click join, and we'll let our members in. But that's where we archive these calls as kind of a backup. We will get to a point where we have an archived list of calls, but until we do, everything is updated in there, including the role play call from yesterday, which I also emailed out to all of you. So if you didn't get a chance to join us for the role play call, the November role play call, you should have that in your inbox, and it's also on the Facebook page. So when you get a chance, take 30 minutes and listen to that. We did cover some really good stuff in there, and that's kind of the update from my wheelhouse.
Excellent. Probate 101, that is completed, and how are you distributing that, Chad, to the members?
Well, if I can ever get off the phone, I'll make the videos.
Okay.
We have almost. I've been going all day long on probate mastery training this week, and I haven't made all the videos. So it will be distributed through email. Once everything's complete, you guys will get 3 different emails, and it's broken into 3 sessions, so you can kind of digest it and absorb the information. So it'll probably be like a 3-day email series that will be sent to all of our subscribers.
Perfect. So who has a question for us, guys? We don't want to listen to ourselves talk. Please, question, comment, success story, challenge. I invited probably a dozen or so people that are prospective clients on the call, because I always tell you guys, hey, this was kind of my brainchild, and I'm one of the founders of the company. I'm going to say good things about it, but come on the call and listen to agents around the country. So we need one of you to step up and say something good or ask a good question. If you have any questions, anything you need help with, hit *6, wait for the prompt, and then hit 1. If by any chance you're trying to get through and you can't, you can text me, 954-328-9370. Text me and say, hey, I have a question, and I'm not getting through by hitting the *6 or hitting the 1. And the Grove team, I hope you're on the call, because we can usually count on them for a couple questions. We've got nobody in the queue, guys. We got a huge turnout today. Somebody must need some help or advice with something. *6 and then hit 1. We may have a short call. Chad, while we're waiting, I think we had about 30 people show up for the role play call yesterday. You want to? Well, you said you just sent it out. Anybody that wants to listen to it, I think it was about 30 minutes long.
Hey,
go ahead,
yeah.
Tom. Tim, you got something?
Well, I've just got, obviously we do these every week, and a lot of the folks that we have, because we're growing, a lot of these folks this may be their first time on the call, and I think really one of the things that we always need to go over is the basic and simple structure of, how to make this work, which is get your leads, send your letters, follow up with phone calls. And the thing that you don't want to get stuck in is paralysis by analysis. Chad has created excellent training tools to make this process simple and straightforward and all of that, but at its very heart of this, it's, get the leads, send out your letters, and follow up with phone calls. And obviously we can automate the letter process for you, and we're happy to do that with Mailbox Motivator, but you need to get them and get moving. And Chad, if you'll take a second, I think it'd be good to just kind of go over the structure real quick one time and walk through that. And if anybody got any questions about it, that's fine. And then talk a little bit about the next couple of steps and the different levels of additional training that we offer after they've got these basics down and they're moving forward.
Okay. Yeah, so anyone who signs up, you should get an email from me kind of outlining the training resources. And the first thing you want to do is go to the subscriber resources page at alltheleads.com. So you'll log in, go to the top right, and click subscriber resources. And there you'll find we've boiled the entire process down to 5 steps. And depending on your learning style and how deep you really want to delve into this, that's all laid out and designed so you can go to the really detailed granular level, or you can just do the minimum steps and download the letters and send them and shoot from the hip. So whether you're a high analytical or just a let's get this done as fast as possible kind of person, it's laid out to cater to everybody. So make sure that you watch each of the fast track videos if you're the analytical guy, And if you just want to skip and download the files, make sure you do that. But the material that's there it's all important, or it wouldn't be there. The letters that are there, they're all proven. They've made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in gross commission over the last year or so since we've been having these calls. And then if that's not enough, if you still have some blanks and you don't have the confidence or you're just not ready to do this or you feel like you want to take it to the next level, we offer a training called Probate Mastery. And Probate Mastery is 3 sessions. So we spend the first session drilling down on your strategy and really defining why it is you're in this niche to begin with and how it is you're going to provide value to your ideal client. Session 2 is on systems. It's on how do we implement everything you said you wanted to do without it interrupting other parts of your business. And oftentimes what we end up doing there is implementing things that start with probate and ripple throughout the rest of your business, mainly like CRM, like database management and calendar habits, and really just helping you make your business more efficient and giving you more time to do the things you want to be doing. And then session 3 is the fun part. That's where we handle the sales, what questions to ask in what order, what are the common objections. I'll take you through my whole listing presentation, show you exactly how I learned how to do this, the progression of the initial conversation, how to get the appointments. So just as deep of a dive as we can possibly take, basically everything I've learned about listing and selling probate real estate. And then the other program that we're just getting ready to launch is called Probate 101. And that was I realized after working with several hundred of you guys across the country that a lot of you, and this is a good thing, but a lot of people get so excited about the opportunity, they jump in with both feet and don't even know what probate is or how it works. And we're talking about do this, do this, do that, and they're all the way back here like, well, wait, what is probate? What's a personal representative? So I haven't done a good enough job up until now at really teaching that part. So what is probate? What opportunity exists in probate? What value does the community need? Like what need are you filling? What is this niche? And that's what Probate 101 is about. It's about showing you the logistics of, in a general sense, across the country, what the probate process looks like. And then session 2 is showing you the opportunity. So there's $136 trillion in real estate or in assets about to change hands as the baby boomers come to the end of life. How do you position yourself to provide value to that community, which in turn will build your business? And then session 3 is about how it's a kind of a light version of how do you get access to probate leads? What do you say? How do you market to them? Again, it's kind of a light version of what we teach in Fast Track and Probate Mastery. So that training is coming. And at any time, if any of you guys see something that we missed, or if I've left holes in our training, like, well, I don't really understand this, and they don't talk about it, speak up, raise your hand, because the best way for us to know what we can provide for you guys and how we can make this easier and more profitable for you starts with you. Like if you tell us, hey, I just don't understand this, and if we can't point you to something, I'll make it. And if I don't know it, I'll learn it, and we'll do that. And that's how divorce is going to go too. We've been careful to roll out new things until we, feel like we can provide the most value possible to you guys and assist them. Not just.
Chad, we actually have 3 questions now, so we'll get to the questions. And thank you. And I was just going to say, Chad is so super high analytical, and he provides. We got a raving compliment yesterday of. We've had probate attorneys look at our website and say they learned something. But if it sounds complicated to somebody who isn't a high analytical, I'll give you my other partner's short version of what you should do. You should get leads, send letter, make calls. That's really what you got to do. And as you go, you're gonna get an education in the real world of actually making the calls. And so in teaching you guys a lot of stuff, there's always the danger that somebody's going to suffer from paralysis by analysis, and we don't want you to do that. You're reaching out to highly motivated people that are going to be glad to hear from you. So get started, and as you start taking action and getting the listings, get more trained, and it's like anything else. You're only going to get much better at it. All right, so thank you. We've got 3 questioners, and I really want to thank. We got 4 now, so let's get to the first one. Area code 201. Thank you for your patience. Can you hear me? 201, you're up.
Hey, it's Michael Klein. How are you, Chad?
Hey, Michael. Great.
Good. It was more of just an actual statement on as opposed to a question, and if anybody wants to know, I'm in the middle of the mastery course with Chad, and it is a big help. So because you do get that one-on-one session, and you get to curtail your questions a little bit more to yourself and not be in the group session. So I recommend that. The other thing is, I know that you guys are working on the divorce, and if anybody wants to get a jump, and Chad and I have had some conversation on this, it's an area I've been working on for a year. So besides the leads, which I'm looking forward to, which I think are going to be a big help, start marketing yourself to attorneys. It's really a big way of doing it. I actually sponsor CE credit meetings for a marital attorney group, and I'm in the middle of my first one that's in contract. That was actually a phone call from the judge from the court while she was with the couple, and just said, I'm with the couple now, and I've just ordered them to sell their home. Can you meet with them at 3:00? They have to list their home with you.
Wow.
So
that's a nice one. What are the odds of getting that listing? About 110%.
About 110%.
Yeah.
And so, my strong recommendation is that besides the leads, which I think are going to be fantastic to come from you guys, it's a different angle that takes a little bit longer. And then my strongest recommendation is if you do go that route, like I know myself, every inch of the process, I would send the judge an email. Hey, we just had an offer on the property, but the wife didn't respond for 2 weeks, so the deal fell through. And she's always like, thank you so much for keeping me informed. By keeping them informed, that will almost guarantee you that she will not only think of you again, but she's going to tell the next judge.
Right.
Great point. And Mike, I think the same thing I always tell the agents, call the executor for probate first. You don't need the attorney's permission. Yep. But the same concept would probably apply to probate. The better job you do, once you got the listing, the better job you do of keeping their attorney informed, the more likely he's going to be giving you deals in the future.
Oh, I agree. I'm just getting ready to jump into the probate now, and really looking forward to this to take my business to the next level.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Mike. Mike is our in-house expert on divorce, and you guys will be hearing a lot more from him in the future. So thank you, Mike. Well, we got a line of questioners now. From feast to famine. Let's go to the next one. We have area code 614. You're up.
Hey, Jeff Moneybreak here, Columbus, Ohio.
Hey, Jeff. Welcome.
How you doing?
Great.
You guys actually pretty much answered mine. Mine was going to be when things went kind of flat. I thought I wanted to hear more about the process and what people are doing. What are they doing to have good success? You guys kind of touched on that with pretty simple. The mail with a follow-up with a call. So you pretty much took care of my question, because my question right now, being brand new, are pretty fundamental.
All right, excellent. And Jeff, have you been on the website, watched the fast track videos?
No.
Watch those. You will. Chad has squeezed a tremendous amount of material very concisely and coherently into 5-10-minute videos, and we actually put them in 10-minute segments because we know we're dealing with realtors. I don't mean that detrimentally, but short attention span, you're going to move on to something else. So make that priority number one to watch those fast track videos. That's where everybody should start. And 98% of your questions will get answered right there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go to the next one. Area code 408. You are up.
Hello, Frank Herman from Los Gatos, California.
Hey, Frank.
And you guys answered the question. It was, if we're new to this, where do we log in? And I think you answered the subscriber resources area.
Correct.
Once we review those videos, is there a class that you can do Is there a class, like a class that we can subscribe to other than the videos?
Yes, we have like each month I run a probate mastery group training, and we just finished session 1 on Monday for the November class. So the next Monday and the following, so the 23rd and the 30th, I believe, will be the other 2 live sessions. And everything we do is video recorded. So if you join one of those classes, immediately following your course, you'll get a video and relevant attachments and additional videos, like supplemental videos, that you can use to watch. You can refer back to yourself or use to train your team. So, and if you wanted to jump into the November class, it's not too late. I can send you the first session, and then you can join us for the other 2 live.
And Chad,
Okay.
when they're done with that, they get the certified probate expert designation certificate, something you can put on your business card, and a plaque you can hang up on your wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
So do I have to send you an email for that, or how do?
If you go to alltheleads.com, under the system, you go to education and training, and you can just click the blue button that says Get Started Now, and at the very bottom you select Probate Mastery Group Training, and then that'll get you set up.
Got it.
And
okay.
what we alluded to a little while ago, Chad is actually working on an even more basic course, which everyone is going to get when they sign up, and that's probably a month or so away. But that, I tell you, most of our, Chad, I think maybe, I don't know what percentage of our subscribers have taken your course, but it's pretty low percentage. But some of our most successful agents have come out of that course because they just come out of there with so much confidence that, that they understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, and they know what to say and how to say it. So, if you have the time and resources to do it, it's you don't have to have it to get started, but at the same time, I'd recommend that everybody take it at some point. All right, excellent. Any other questions, or are we good?
I think that's it. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're very welcome. We got one more questioner. Area code 479. You're up.
Good afternoon, Roger Lisi. Can you hear me?
Hey, Roger. Hear you great.
I just want to report I got my first offer in on a property from last month's list. It just kind of motivated me. I called a couple lawyers that I know, and they happen to have something in probate, and so I hurried around, found my investors, and started trying to wrestle with a spreadsheet CRM, and and then I got my November list, and it's a few more than I got in October, and so I thought, should I just go ahead and get in an access program, get it downloaded, and get something errors or something different that I could do, but we'll talk about that later on.
And Roger, I'm going to let Chad know. I obviously let Chad answer that question, but you're relatively new. That was you got a listing with your first list, right?
Actually, it's not listed. I got it on a permission to show, and the buyer is paying commission.
So you got an open listing from probate that you double-ended.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, nice. I like it. Well,
and Roger, so on the system side of it, we're going to cover that on Monday because you're in our mastery class. So I will show you a very easy way to track and keep all this in a Google Sheet that costs you nothing. So just after Monday, you'll have that covered.
Oh, that's great, because I'm looking for one page per file, so I can keep notes and so on and so forth. We'll talk about that. But I did in my callings, I've found a couple of things, at least in my territory, in my area over here, that have been hot buttons for attorneys, and the families are kind of a different way. One of them is appraisements, not an appraisal, but it's a comparative market analysis. They're calling it an appraisement. And the other one is a hot button that we can resolve with a good title company and that is title challenges. I find attorneys just rolling their eyes when they start, and they put it on their desk and they leave it there, and they go to something that's billable, and they just really don't want to get into the title stuff. But if I can provide them with solutions for title stuff, and it's just another attorney that's going to be doing the title work for them and be a resource for them and build that way, then all of a sudden they start come over here and talk to me. The next thing that I've decided that I've found over the last 3 weeks is that I need to be asking, instead of selling more, I need to be asking more for appointments. Getting into all of the stuff that we have that I'm putting together, with the clean out personal property, selling list, appraisements, and network, and doing all of that selling. I need to be getting into more of into the offices, and I'm delighted to be able to have that. Everybody in the office thinks that, what are you doing, Roger? And I just kind of keep it low key and start looking for other ways. Where's the new list? Who can I call next? And start doing that.
You're not sharing all these leads with your office, huh?
Oh no.
Just kidding.
and what I've found is there's more than enough to keep me busy and still take care of some of my sphere of influence. And at this point, the prospecting is really good. And what I've also learned from my past sales experience is to get it out of my language that means something to me and put it into language that they understand, whether it's the family, personal representative, or the attorney. And there's different language sets for each of those that you just have. I'm learning to switch from one to the other. And
can you switch your French Creole accent on and off?
Can I switch my what?
You're in Louisiana, right?
Say again?
Are you in Louisiana?
He said, "What part of where's your market?"
What market are you?
Where's your?
Northwest Arkansas, Springdale,
Bentonville. That made no sense. I was thinking you were in Louisiana. But thanks for sharing all that. A couple of things I want to touch on before we wrap up. Roger,
and
we
have one more question, and Tim wanted to say something also. So go ahead.
Okay. Roger just mentioned appraisements, and something so there's 3,143 different counties, and within all those, there's a lot of different cultures in our country. And what we've found is that some people just aren't getting the response to the letters that we send. It's definitely a minority. It's only a few. But in certain markets, that the message just doesn't resonate and get the response it does in others. Something I suggested to Roger after learning about appraisements, which I'd never even heard that word before, was that he can bring that to the top in his letter and offer that as one of the options that he provides is a free consultation and appraisement. And I encourage everybody, when you sit down to write your letters or to customize your letters, think about that. Is there something that's hyper local in my probate process that I can use, that I can put in here? Those, as Roger called them, hot buttons. Can I put these hot buttons in the letter so when the attorney sees it, their feelers go up? When the executor sees it, they're like, oh my God, that's the problem I have. This is the solution. So many people are afraid to customize the letters, and you don't completely change them. You don't have to be a copywriter, but pay attention to those small things, those small differences in your market that can really make a difference to the person reading that letter. And Roger, you've done a good job at really looking at the overall picture and what you can do differently, even though you got immediate results right out of the gate. And Roger, you can never do too good at that,
congratulations too on reaching out to the attorneys. We tell all the agents to do that after you get them listed, but very few agents too, and very few agents do. Guys, we're going to run just a few minutes over today. We have my partner Tim wants to make a comment, and we have one more questioner, and I don't want to let any questions go unanswered. So area code 614. You're going to be our last questioner of the day, and then Tim will let you wrap it up, and we'll all get back to work. 614, you're up.
Okay. Hey, Jeff again. Hey, I heard two things. I heard Monday and I heard Mastery. Is it too late to get into Monday's Mastery?
No, we've done session 1, but I send everything's videotaped. So actually, if you sign up, just go to alltheleads.com, the system, education and training, and then click on Get Started Now. And when you sign up for the group mastery, I'll send you the recap from Monday, and then you'll get the invites for the live sessions on the 23rd and the 30th.
And what time of the day and for how long?
2 o'clock Eastern, and session 2 will be about an hour. Session 3 runs 90 minutes or so.
Okay. And how much is it?
It's $250 for the group training, or we can do it like a one-on-one between just you and I for $500.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
All right. Excellent, guys. Thank you. I was getting worried there about no questions, and then we had a plethora of them, so thank you for participating. Tim, you had some comments you wanted to make to close things up. You there, Tim? Timothy, where are you? Oh, well. He says he's here, but he's okay. Tim, somehow you got muted out. All right, Tim. I took your muzzle off. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Hey, all I really wanted to say is that today obviously is a week before Thanksgiving. We're probably not going to be back here on Turkey Day, so I wanted to first off go back to say again what we said in the beginning is we're really thankful for all of you, and I think more than anything else, we're thankful for the fact that you've entrusted us with helping you build your business and making a better life for you and your families, and we don't take that responsibility lightly, and we do appreciate you. And our next call will be the 10th of December. Will be the 3rd of December, because we'll take next week off and enjoy time with our families. But thank you again for being part of our new family.
Excellent. Great way to end the call, guys. Take something you heard, you learned, some inspiration you got today, go put it into practice. Have a great Thanksgiving with your families, and we will talk to you 2 weeks from today. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.